Um, Later today, we're definitely going to go to the Christmas market and look at the windows in Chauvigny. Um, I was going to go and do a walk up the riverside in Saint Savin, but um, I won't be able to do both. And yeah, so we'll just do the Christmas market. And what I'm planning to do is to just um, do the vlog with a musical background and no talking and no introduction, because I don't edit my vlogs. It's all or nothing, so it'll all be music. There won't be me at the beginning speaking like a cartoon mouse or anything. I'll just do the vlog with some music behind it, and hopefully it will be nice. Um, I had a really horrible day. Well, no, I didn't. I can't explain it really. I had a disappointing day yesterday, or I was quite maudling by, I don't know, yesterday evening. I think I was obviously quite flat in my. Oh, let me just get my fringe right. Oh, it doesn't matter, whatever. Quite flat in my vlog yesterday, and I hadn't really slept very well, and felt hungover, and I hadn't been drinking. We'd had quite a bit of carbs yesterday, the day before, so that might not have helped. So yeah, and we watch the program we watch called Mortimer and Whitehouse, which is Bob Mortimer of Reeves and Mortimer. These are UK programs, and Paul Whitehouse of the Fast Show, and they go fishing, and it's such a lovely program. We love watching it. They're great together. They work really well together. But quite often when I watch them, I'm I feel quite sad because both of them have had heart problems, and they started fishing together because Bob had I can't remember whether he'd had a bypass or something, but it was part of his rehab that Paul's a friend of his, took him out and started fishing with him. So, and they work really well together, but they're also men. Well, Bob particularly is quite emotionally intelligent, so he will bring up subjects that some men might not talk about, and so they have some quite not deep discussions, but they have some discussions about um, life and death, la la la, and I often I enjoy the program. I really enjoy it. There's always a lot of humour on it. I've got a piece of hair that's annoying me, and but I also often feel sad when I watch it. And I think it's partially because I think that, it feels like life for Bob specifically is precarious. And um, I sort of think, what will happen? What will happen when he dies? This is going to be quite a loss, this friendship that we watch on television. And I know it will get repeated and things like that. I mean, the one we watched last night was a repeat from last Christmas. But yeah, it just makes me feel sad. And so the sadness continued then through the evening, and I couldn't really pinpoint it. And I know that I feel like we're treading water, and we're in a limbo at the moment because of mother-in-law. But she's my mother-in-law. She's not my mum. And as I said previously, I haven't had a close relationship with her, yet it's me that's having the feelings. And so when we went to bed last night, I did end up having a bit of a cry and getting getting it out of my system, whatever it was that was going on, and just talked about, talked about it, reminded of when my dad died, and I think Mark was talking to his sister the other day and talked about how when my dad was dying for the last 48 hours, I think, he was being sedated, and when I heard him talking to his sister about it he didn't tell the whole story, and it felt like, we'd sedated him to see him on his way, but the reality was that he was having horrible hallucinations, and um, I remember him saying that thought that he was waiting to go in front of a firing squad, which is just an awful thing to be facing when you're dying. That these, we could see that he was hallucinating. We could quite even before he became bedridden, even before, before, I think several days before, I could see him having um, out of body experiences. I could see him disappearing, and something was going on, and he wasn't with me, or he wasn't in the room, and really horrible. I mean, Dad was a prisoner of war throughout the war in Upper Silesia, which is now in Poland, but back then was in Germany. So he has some, obviously some poor memories, bad memories of his time as a prisoner. Um, and he wrote a book about it in the 80s, and which is great because it meant that there was some catharsis, I think, for him, that he wrote about it. Because for many men, they didn't talk about their experiences in the war, and he didn't talk about it to us. But that he wrote a book about it meant that we were able to understand what he went through when we read the book. And so it's really good to have that book. I remember him being interviewed in during the 50-year anniversary of D-Day, and he was interviewed on local radio, and you could hear him in the interview, at times really being choked up, which men of his generation don't do. So it was quite hard for him to, and he apologised, and so many men apologise for crying or showing emotion, which is it's so sad. Anyway, I wasn't going to talk about that, but it's just, I think that stuff is obviously coming up for me, it's quite normal for you to begin to, to be much more aware, or for unconsciously previous losses to come up when somebody else has died or is dying. Um, so still no news of Mary. It does sound like she hasn't got so long now. I sort of half expected to hear that she'd gone yesterday, and obviously we'll be half expecting that again today. She doesn't sound like she's being awake at all. She's just laying, not moving, not doing anything in bed, and that alone is going to take her somehow, because all her organs will start giving up. So yeah, that was yesterday. I think, having had a bit of a cry last night and sorting that out, I feel better today. And as I said, we'll go to the Christmas market, and I've got my tablet. This is on the tablet on the tripod. It nearly fell off, and I had to catch it, so I've taken it out of the cover. And Mark's taken it out of the cover. I can't. I've got a really sore elbow. I had It started when we were away in the UK, and I think it started with pulling and pushing, luggage in and out of the car, and it's just not gone away, the pain, and it's really quite bad today. And I think I've probably now got arthritis in it, which is really annoying, because arthritis is it feels like somebody's stabbing you with a hot knife or burning you, and I'm getting that now, which is what I get in this finger here, because I've had arthritis here. That swollen bit, it's really weird. I expected arthritis that you got like your fingers curled over, or you get all knobbly around here, but I didn't. I've just got this very, fluidy portion here, but it feels like somebody is stabbing me here with a hot knife. Not all the time, but sometimes I have really bad days where it's like constant. That's not so bad today. That's moved on, but my elbow is having that now. So yes, so the next vlog will be of the Christmas market and the shops, the shop windows, and will just be with music behind it. I've started a free trial on Epidemic Sound, I think it's called. So we'll find something that's, I think, is suitable as a background music for that. And that will be interesting to see if I can attach it. I can't remember how I did it last time. Oh dear. Okay, our masks have just arrived. It's a big box. It's a big box of FFP3NR. I think they're N95s. So I'll be quite pleased to walk out around the market in one of those. I think I'll feel a bit safer out there. I think that's the other thing that got to me last night. And I know that I'm very lucky, we live where we live, and we live in a big house, we have a big garden. If I want, I can get out. I'm not stuck in a room. I'm not stuck in a small apartment. I'm not, as confined as so many people are. But actually, I suppose there's something about feeling like we're still being shut down, and this is the second, not Christmas for me, because it's not a bother for me for it being Christmas, but this is the second winter that we've been so shut down, and Mark and I don't travel loads anyway, but it it would just be nice to be able to get in the car and go somewhere, and we'll do this or we'll do that. And at the moment, with the risks of Omicron, which it feels as risky as it did back in March 2020, and we know it's probably riskier. I just feel like we're confined and shut down, and I think that probably got to me as well. And I know that I have it much easier than so many other people, and I'm really grateful for that. But I think that just, along with everything else, just got to me yesterday, and yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, that's it for now. Oh, come on, lunchtime. It's 11:15 and I'm hungry. And I am doing, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't be bothered. No, I'm going to have to do it. Damn. I'm going to make chili con carne, and we'll have to have it now because I'm defrosting some sausages, which I was going to do in sausage baguettes, but really we should have that later when we get in. So I'm going to have to do chili con carne now. So I don't know why I'm sitting here talking to you. I haven't got time. You're holding me up. So see you again soon.